Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of our Smoky Mountain Rasslin podcast. This is Smoky Mountain Wrestling, episode 168 from April the 15th of 1995. And this is Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling podcast, where I'm sitting here today with Doc and Hardbody Harper. Let's go to Harper first. Harper, how you doing, man? Let's see if you're still modulated.
Hey, can you hear me?
There he is. Loud and clear, pal.
Yeah.
Doc, how are you?
Blessed as always. I mean, we're being greeted with the presence of the superstar here for a second straight week. It's like a new redawning of era in Smoky Mountain to have Hardbody Harper with us. I mean,
I know, right?
How's it feel to be back in the Smoky Mountain saddle?
It feels great, JR. And I can tell you right now, I can't wait to get my hands on Buddy Landell.
See, that's why he's the superstar right there. He doesn't need a script. He doesn't have any timestamps. He can just cut a promo.
It's like when they bring in like the Big Boss Man for that one show.
Yeah.
And then you don't see him again.
Well, don't get too accustomed to Harper. He won't be with us next week, but we gotta, just as always, we have to treasure the time we have with him as he blows through our lives. There's many abroad down in the southern Louisiana corridor that's had to say that.
Blows.
Yeah.
That's real nice.
Blows through, blows on, whatever.
That's
So
true.
we got some long matches in this episode, but before we get into it, I want to give a shout out to Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Kyle Riley, Mike Childry, our largest page contributors monthly. Thank you for your support. And then I want to make mention of Chip Kessler, who kicks off this show and says they are on location from a sold-out Pikeville, Kentucky for the 3rd annual Bluegrass Brawl. He says there were scalpers outside the building selling tickets because, tickets were in such high demand. I thought that was a nice touch from him. As let me go to it on the Patreon video.
Harper, what do you think of these people?
The scalpers outside the building.
God.
This shit looks like a lineup for a Judas Priest concert in 1986.
Harper?
Jesus Christ.
Who keeps getting what?
Oh, jeez.
Look at those folks. I'm your turbo lover.
God. That is true, huh?
Look at that
Look
fat.
God, look at that one. Jeez.
Y'all are dirty. Y'all some dirty bastards. Y'all are dirty bastards. Making fun of these poor fat people out there.
That fat motherfucker had to pay for 2 seats.
I bet that person is wearing one of them Tasmanian shirts where they have like when it was Bugs Bunny and all dressed like they were like fucking black guys.
But
Yes.
I love that dirty white boy.
Dude, that's a big person.
I know that's about four bills right there.
Jesus Christ. Just-
Hey. God, look at all these fucking
Mountain Dew and just
cigarettes.
6th grade educations.
And the thing is, their 6th grade education is their 6th grade education.
Look at the person 3 down behind the fat guy. What's going on there with the orange shirt?
He's just
Look at that hair.
man. He's probably, you got a cigarette on you?
Everybody's asking. Nobody brought a pack of smokes in there.
You can't smoke out here. I don't care.
I'm gonna light up and see if they tell me to put it out.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard that in your life?
Yeah, really.
all the time back in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
nobody took the no smoking sign serious back then.
Right.
Now
It was
try
a
it.
suggestion. Yeah.
All right. So I just sent y'all something,
Oh Lord.
a text message that Steven Jaworski posted in the group from a few weeks back. And Doc, it was that fat guy with the rebel flag when the gangsters were beating up on Corny and Bob and all that. And that fat guy with the stars and bars was
Oh,
like,
no.
"This ain't the wrestling the way it used to be and the way I like it."
God,
Harper, that screenshot right there came to a cutaway with New Jack in the ring cutting a promo.
Harper, imagine what that guy was thinking when New Jack was cutting that promo.
I think that you could take it down to two words, one of them being damn and the other one being
yeah. Man, that guy burned a cross in his time, bro.
Yeah. There's no
question with those sideburns.
and that look. What about the guy that was left, Harper? The guy that looks like he's like he looks like he'd be hanging out at the 38 special show.
I mean, that guy's on disability.
You hang on loosely.
You just do with the red shirt. He's burned some crosses in his day, man. Ain't no
There's no doubt about that, bro.
That's a guy right there that's so bold about it too. He
don't give a fuck.
No, he'll just. You don't want to be called an end. Don't get in my face.
Yeah.
Shit.
That guy also stopped evolving his look, his brain, everything except his waistline in 1974.
I mean, the sideburns and everything.
Because that looks like a picture of my grandfather in 1974.
Oh my God, this is great.
Good job, Jaworski. Good luck with those Browns.
And that chick with the big hair behind him.
She's like, I kind of agree with them, but I get a little uncomfortable when they say it so loud.
You know, I don't mind black people. It's just when I'm in a store, I just don't want them walking up behind me.
I clutch my purse just to make sure it's
yeah.
The comments on the post were great. Ryan Damon.
Harper, look at the picture above that I sent.
I saw that. What the fuck, man? Look at that, Mike.
Hold on. The comments on that post of the guy we're talking about in the Facebook group. Again, he's got a Stars and Bars shirt, and he's looking at New Jack like, I can't believe this shit is happening right now in his high school gym in my community.
If you were to draw, I don't know, 58-year-old Klan leader.
That's him.
That's who you would draw, and that's what it would look like.
So hold on.
He's the Grand Wizard.
The Ryan Damon, longtime patriot, I remember, posted in the comments, "Nice rebel flag. He's more than likely dead now. Yay!" Hold on. Robert Smith, longtime patriot, I remember, "What in the hell is the world coming to?" is what that guy's saying. You know that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Martin, who's a longtime patriot, I remember, says, "This is not too far off from what I actually heard said in the area at the time. Doc and Mike were spot on in what they thought was being said too." Doc, when we contemplated that guy going, "Somebody get these end out this damn ring. This ain't the wrestling the way it used to be and the way I like it. I'm not going to give this promotion my money no more if they keep this shit up. I'm not for this shit, man. This is my hometown. Get them out of here."
Get them out of here before they get any ideas about dating our women.
This guy. Oh, my.
Hey, you going to the wrestling next week? Nah, I can't go, Jethro. I got to go up to council to the regional Klan meeting and represent our district. So I'm gonna miss the matches. You go there. All right. You go there and give them gangsters hell from me. All right.
With that said, let's finally actually get into this episode. Before we go to anything new, we see a replay of what we talked about last week with Snow versus Morton and the promo and the Rock and Roll Express and attacking them after. And then Chip Kessler throws us to Al Snow and Unabomb versus the Rock and Roll Express in a coal miner's glove match. They show us the entire match from Bluegrass Brawl with these two, which goes about, it almost went 15 minutes. So another long match on Smoky Mountain TV. So mark that up there with one of the longest ones. Ricky, go ahead, Doc. Let me throw it to you first before I recap the end.
Well, I do have.
And he mutes himself.
No, I didn't. That's
yeah, you
bullshit.
did. That's exactly what you did. You
No,
fucking hit the button because you're a fucking klutz.
Watch your mouth, son. Give
I
me
ain't
the
your son, boy.
boy. Now, boy. 16
Boy.
minutes, boy. 16 minutes, please.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep talking.
We got a big superplex followed by some aerials from Kane. Look at this superplex. I always like the superplex. I like to watch them. Look at this.
Nice crowd too.
Boom. Big crowd. And then here comes Kane. Jesus Christ, from the top. Look at this big bastard.
Better stop stealing Bruce Pritchard's words, big bastard.
Big
That
bastard.
was a nice.
And then here comes Al Snow.
There you
1,
go.
2, 3.
He got some height on that.
He sure did. And he's going to get that. This is a good crowd. Good match. Rock and roll is over, pal.
Yeah, they
And
are.
I, last week you said I don't like Al Snow. He works really well in the ring with these guys. But they also, I'll let you get into the match, but they tease Kane turning on Snow. That was kind of weird.
This was good. The crowd was into it. Harper, before I go
Yeah.
into the close, do you have anything from it?
I like Al Snow.
I do too.
You don't like him?
No, I do.
Doc
I
doesn't
don't
like his promos in Smoky,
Oh.
but I mean, I like his promos. Harper wasn't here
Yeah.
with us for the one where he mocked Ricky Morton, and Harper, you got to see it. Kane imitates Robert Gibson with his lazy eye and his mom
That's
being deaf.
nice.
It's glorious, bro. It's phenomenal. But it was good stuff. I mean, I thought his promos aren't traditional, but that's what I liked about him. They were different, and they were comedy filled, but he was also being serious at times. And I don't know, I thought it was fine. But we get into the finish. Ricky Morton makes the hot tag to Robert Gibson at the end. Gibson is wheeling and dealing in there. It becomes a 4-way match. Morton actually then gets the coal miner's glove and knocks out Unabomb and then hits Snow. But as he hits Snow, Snow falls on top of a knocked out Gibson, and Snow actually pins Gibson. Snow and Unabomb win the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team titles, which is how it all goes down at the end. Doc, any thoughts on our new champs?
Al Snow is devious, and
There you go.
yeah, I like how he used his head to get the glove. You see the crowd pop for that? There's somebody's got an upside down American flag on the right on the front row. Go back about 10 seconds.
No, I ain't going back. I see
They're
it.
shaking the flag still. It's upside down.
Yeah.
That's a signal of distress, you moron.
Right. They're in distress, man. They need help.
They're trying to signal out of the Smoky Mountains for government assistance.
How do I
Let's
get
look at
out of
it
here?
again. If-
That was Brian last.
if you-
On a trip down there. My God, what's wrong with these
Hold on.
people?
Hold on. If you're a Patreon member, look to the bottom right corner. You'll see exactly what Harper's talking about with this fool with an upside down American
Oh,
flag.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
a
is.
distress signal. They used to use it for forts.
Yeah.
You would put the upside down flag would meant help.
You're just
Right.
jingling the damn flag over there. Jesus Christ.
And the thing is, why would you have that out there?
There's another one on the far side of the ring, too, in the corner, but they've got it held the right way.
Yeah,
This is
something-
interesting. This is
who's
an interesting
anti-
building, too. Why is it built like a tent?
Why is what built like a tent?
On the wide shot, look at the angle of the roof.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is. It's like you could see that when they showed it earlier from the outside though.
Yeah.
Like it had like a pointed roof, I guess I'll call it. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. There was more than one person with a flag, with an American flag. I mean, are they protesting the stars and bars when they do that? I mean, I would find it hard to
There's no
believe.
foreigner there, right? There's no
Right. There's no
evil foreign guy.
Well, there's those evil black guys though. So I mean,
Yeah, they're
maybe-
the foreigners.
Oh,
They're the foreigners.
I mean, they might as well be, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
So the big question I had coming out of this was they teased some tension between Kane and Snow. Now they're the champs. Are we going to see any of that? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I agree. Harper, any other thoughts on it before we go to the promo?
No.
All right. Let's go to Kane and Unabomb. This is after they've won the titles. They're back there with Chip Kessler. Here it is.
We're back here in Pikeville, Kentucky, and I can't believe I'm going to have to say this. The new Smoky Mountain...
Say it, Chip. Say it.
The Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the dynamic duo, Al Snow and Unabomb.
13 years. 13 years I've been waiting. And during those 13 years, Rock and Roll Express, you've been winning titles all over the world, traveling the country, building a legend. 13 years. 13 years I've been creating the best kept secret in professional wrestling. I'm sick of being a secret. I'm going to start going around and telling everybody about me. Starting with you, Chip. And starting with you people in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I came down here for a purpose. Part of this purpose was to win these belts. We did. We won them. We won the belts. The next thing, the next stop on this train ride, Rock and Roll Express, is your stinking careers. I do what I say I'm going to do. I can guarantee you that there's more than one way to skin the Rock and Roll Express. Jim Cornette couldn't do it with the Midnight Express, Fantastics, the Gay Caballeros. It doesn't matter. Nobody could stop you. But I and Unabomb, we found a way. We know what to do. We're going to put a stake in your stinking blood-sucking hearts. Because for 13 years, I've had to sit back and hear these stupid, retarded fans going, rock and roll, rock and roll. Well, I don't hear them chanting tonight. And pretty soon, we're not going to hear them chanting at all. Isn't that right, Chip? Great, I love you. We're new champions.
All right.
Learn to live with it.
Fans, I think we've heard enough. We'll have more right after this.
You see how Chip Kessler looked at him like, ugh.
Yeah.
Harper, you laughed. What'd you laugh at?
He said the R word.
Yeah, he did. That's messed up.
Come on.
Come on, bruh. Why do we go there all the time?
Because it's 1995.
Yes.
I actually thought he was great there.
I thought that was great. 13 years.
13 years. He called the Horsemen gay caballeros. That was slick. He got in a dig at the Four Horsemen, man.
If he wanted to be proper with it, he would have called them and really confused people. Caballeros is horse in Spanish, but I believe maricon is the derogatory term.
Oh, look at you.
Look at you.
You're so worldly.
Vete pa carajo, pendejo. Anyway.
You see? ¿Cómo está?
That's not what I told you, trust me. Anyway, I thought I agree, Doc. He was good there, man. He was calculated, right?
Yeah, he was really good. And I like when he said, I do what I say I'm going to do. I thought easily his best promo since I'm going to go have some sex. And really effective and really good. So maybe I'm changing my views on Mr. Snow.
I disagree. That promo where he mocked the Rock and Roll, him and Unabomb, was much better than you give credit for. Because of the way he did it. Because of the way he was like, hey, Ricky Morton, Rock and Roll never die. And he's got a wig on, Harper. I got to show it to you. It's so bad.
Nobody cares, man. We're not trying to go backwards.
Nice.
We're trying to go forward.
Blow me. Okay, let's keep going. Well, let me throw it to Chip Kessler real quick. He's got something he wants to tell us.
Fans, welcome back to this special edition of Smoky Mountain Wrestling on location from the Bluegrass Brawl here in Pikeville, Kentucky. Now, the main event of this outstanding card was that special six-man tag team match. Bullet Bob Armstrong, the Wild-Eyed Southern Boy Tracy Smothers, and their special partner, The Undertaker. In their corners, managers Paul Bear and Jim Cornette, going up against the Gangsters and D'Lo Brown. Now, fans, what happened during this match was deemed too violent to show today on television. The Gangsters lost the bout. and they were preparing to salute the winner's flag. We want to show you what happened. You need to see what happened, and all hell did break loose.
All right, so they claim the match is too violent. Look at those fans up on their feet. I wanted to point that out before we do anything. That's incredible. Harper, you any thoughts on
packed, bro.
Yeah, it is. Look at them. Holy shit. Doc, you got any thoughts?
People are there to watch them salute the rebel flag.
I mean, look, this is incredible. The folk,
that's
the fans.
That's the Undertaker, pal. He's already grabbed somebody.
Yeah.
Too violent to show on TV. How great is that?
The match is too violent to show on TV. So basically, Chip Kessler, he throws us to what happened after Smothers and Undertaker versus the Gangsters in the match, where the loser salutes the flag. Now, the Gangsters are about to salute the rebel flag, but it ends up being a wild brawl, just totally out of control. The Gangsters
Question. Why did the Undertaker leave, and then why did he come back?
I can't answer that, Doc.
Okay.
So, the Gangsters, again, they're about to salute the flag, but it ends up being a brawl. The Gangsters put the boots to Smothers and Cornette. The Undertaker is on the outside off the screen. I agree. I don't know why he left. That's a corny question. The Gangsters are then putting the boots to Bullet Bob. They paint an X on Bullet Bob Armstrong's back and hairy chest. The Undertaker eventually does fight his way back to the ring, and he helps clean house. But, man, Bullet Bob got an X painted on him. Here it is. Your thoughts, Doc? Doc stepped away. Harper, your thoughts?
No, I didn't. I wanted to let that statement you just said sink in.
No, you didn't. I heard you fucking with your headset. Stop lying,
that was Harper.
Asshole.
That's why
that was you.
Harper. That's why
that
he
was
laughed.
You. That was
no,
you.
that's you.
That was you.
Shut up, Harper.
You're pathetic. You can't even commit to sitting down in one spot. You're like a goddamn child. Stop moving.
When I was really surprised here that nobody rushed the ring.
Yeah, really, huh?
Because they're in Pikeville, bro.
He's standing there with an X on him in backstage. Dude, they spray painted an X. This is, what, a year and a half before NWO is spray painting people?
Yeah, no, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this is over. Yeah, a year and a half, easily. I mean, NWO, I think Scott Hall doesn't make his entrance, and the NWO doesn't start until May of the next year.
He's standing there with a fucking cherry limeade from the Tasty Freeze with an X on him.
This is glorious. You're right. I'm shocked people didn't converge on the ring and get a piece.
And boy, they didn't pay it off either, did they? They ain't saluting shit.
They ain't saluting shit. You've got something to that. So, all right, let's go to the promo now. What did you call the drink that Bullet Bob's got in the back, Doc?
A cherry limeade.
What is this X on? Look at that.
Yeah.
Let me play the pro. Harper, you got anything before I play the promo?
No, that was good shit.
All right, let me play the promo, and Harper, I'll go to you first after.
In the dressing room area here in Pikeville, Kentucky, the conclusion of the Bluegrass Brawl, we just saw what happened to Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Let me tell you what happened to Bullet Bob Armstrong. What you did, boys, is take one toast over the line. One too many. When you X me, you X'd yourself out of professional wrestling. I'm going to find a way. You're going to pay the price, and hell with it. Let me tell you something, gangsters. You're nothing but a bunch of stinking California trash. This is a case of mind over matter. We no longer mind because you guys don't matter. You hit him with a blackjack and he couldn't even start the match, first of all. Then when he come and tried to save our necks, you paint him with an X. This guy's got more class. Bob Armstrong got more class. His pinky, you got your whole stinking body. This isn't over, guys. We're going to be the end of you. The South is going to rise again. This is Smoky Mountain Wrestling. This isn't Los Angeles, California, right, Cornette? Let me just say one thing. I'm sick and tired of these gangsters doing the same thing every time.
They have downtrodden, they've run roughshod, and they've tried to hornswoggle every single guy in Smoky Mountain Wrestling for 6 months. The Rock and Roll Express, every member of the Armstrong family, this guy right here, and me. I ain't forgot the stitches, and I ain't forgot the bruises, and I've seen what you've done to Armstrong and to Tracy and everybody else. And if Bob Armstrong wants a showdown, wants the ultimate revenge, then, brother, I'm going to do everything in my little sneaky, conniving, black, disgusting, low-down, disreputable heart to see that you gangsters get backed into the corner that you can't drill your way out of, black X or no. Fans, there's the story here at the Bluegrass Brawl in Pikeville, Kentucky. More Smoky Mountain Wrestling right after this.
If you'd like to raise money.
No.
All right. Harper, you first. Any thoughts on the discombobulation there from Tracy a little bit, but Armstrong being mad? I didn't even catch it. You're right. That was a Biggie Cup. Holy shit. The Wendy's Biggie Cup from back in the day.
They still have that, huh? Maybe it's. I guess not.
I don't know if they do.
Probably not.
I haven't been to Wendy's in a while.
Yeah, no. They got good salads.
I couldn't even tell you that.
Oh.
No, I mean, I'm not saying they don't. I just haven't been to one in a while.
Whatever.
Oh, okay. I mean, my bad.
They're pissed, man.
Yeah, they mad.
They didn't even fucking salute the fucking Confederacy or nothing.
Mm.
And they're gonna spray paint a fucking Malcolm X fucking the X on his fucking chest, dude. I like what Doc said. I'm surprised no one tried to fucking rush the ring.
So let me give y'all a visual. This is the match right here. They were about to cut to the match between Dirty White Boy and Buddy Landel. Look at the people and how far back they are on the sides. You notice that?
Yeah.
Now watch if I go back to.
Dude, they're all up on the ring, dude.
Look at that scene. And how they look. But when Taker's in there and they're about to start putting the X on.
They've moved forward.
Yes, they have. You see the rope? You can see the rope to the left. They've pushed ahead. So like there's a rope there, but they're like, fuck this rope. And if they were I'm about to say something that's real mean. If these hillbillies would figure out that it's just a rope and you can push through it, they could have converged on the ring with ease. There's no barricade.
Come on.
I'm just playing, bro. I'm having fun. Come on, man. But anyway, they've converged on the ring a little bit. They haven't jumped the barricade, as they say back in the day, but those people are up on the ring. Look at them.
They are emotionally invested into this shit.
They sure are. So,
they
with that
throw
said,
in the fucking Undertaker's there too. Fuck.
Yeah. Doc, any other thoughts before we keep going?
The best part of all of that in that promo, to me, wasn't the promo. It was Bob Armstrong being so hot he just had to walk off. I love it.
Agreed. So
he lost his $1 Coke.
They go to the Dirty White Boy versus Buddy Landel, but out of nowhere, they treated this almost like it was a live broadcast. Out of nowhere, here's what happens.
Fans, we're here at Fright Night, Freedom Hall in Johnson City, and we interrupt our regularly scheduled portion of Smoky Mountain Wrestling, the highlights that were to come from the Bluegrass Brawl in Pikeville, Kentucky. Those highlights featuring a Tennessee chain match between Nature Boy Buddy Landel and the Dirty White Boy. But we interrupt those highlights to bring you coverage here in Johnson City, where moments ago, Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express suffered a very serious injury. In fact, Ricky's career at this moment hangs in the balance. We'll have highlights of that match and the incident thereafter in just a moment. First of all, though, fans, we do have a new Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Nature Boy Buddy Landel, winning the belt here tonight at Fright Night at Freedom Hall. He defeats Bobby Blaze. Right now, let's bring you the closing moments of that great match.
Well, that kind of spoiled it, but that was really weird. You heard it from Kessler right there. They go to a clip of Dirty White Boy and Buddy Landel about the fight, and then as we saw, and then Kessler jumps in and says, we have an important update and we're sorry to cut away. And Kessler tells us that Bobby has lost the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight title at Fright Night, which was the night before Bluegrass Brawl. And then they go straight to the match, and we only see a couple of minutes of it, but I'll go to Doc first. Your thoughts on Bobby losing?
So I guess he did back down.
Oh, that's messed up. Come on, bro.
That's nice.
The dream is over.
Because I won't back down.
Hey, look. We only deal with winners and champions on this show. So Bobby's out. Might get Buddy on the line. He's the new champ. We need him on the show.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. You're going to need a fucking Luigi board.
Yeah.
A what? A what? What do we need?
A Luigi board.
He said it right, Doc. Why are you an asshole, man? You're such an asshole.
Why? If we're gonna get into why I'm an asshole, this is gonna be the 4-hour episode, lost 4-hour episode of BTT.
Yeah.
Poor Bobby. He's busted open there. He's fucking got a beer gut.
Well, let me point something out here. So remember, this match, the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight title is on the line, but Buddy has also put up $10,000. And if Bobby loses, he has to give up Buddy's Rolex and give Buddy his Mercedes back. Now, again, we only see a couple of minutes. Bobby loses, but he really doesn't back down. He doesn't give up. He loses by what Mark Curtis calls a TKO, which is smart, because Bobby supposedly cannot continue. He's bloodied. He's busted open. And
that's some good strikes, man.
Yeah, he's popping him. Jesus Christ, he's punching Bobby, and it looks good. But Budrow, after only, I guess, 5 months, if my calculation is correct, he's your new Smoky Mountain champion. So I guess I'll ask you your thoughts, Doc.
Man, I'd rather it be a pin to win the championship, but I get it.
I mean, it kept Bobby strong because he never gave up. Like, I mean, you can see it. He doesn't say I give. Look, he's still got his hands up like he wants to fight, and Mark Curtis says this is over.
It's the referee's decision.
Yeah. I mean, Bobby never lost. I mean, he loses, but it wasn't like I thought it kept him strong. And like Harper said, Buddy's wearing him out with those punches, man. Those punches look phenomenal. And he's killing him. Just my 2 cents.
Okay.
What else, Doc?
Yeah.
Buddy has realized the dream. At 33 years old, he's climbed the mountaintop. Good job, buddy. He's blessed, and now he wants to be a blessing.
Harper, you got any thoughts on it?
I mean, like you said, I like the ending. He stayed strong because he didn't pin him.
Totally agree. We go then to, I guess, a promo. Not really a promo, but let's go to Chip Kessler. He talks to referee Mark Curtis about the decision to stop the match with Bobby and Buddy. And then it's followed by Buddy Landel cutting a quick promo. Here it is.
Fans were here at Freedom Hall in Johnson City where just moments ago, here at Fright Night, referee Mark Curtis awarded the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Championship to challenger Nature Boy Buddy Landel. Now, champion Bobby Blaze did not get pinned, did not give up. But Mark, exactly what was your reasoning? He was bleeding. The champion was bleeding pretty badly. What was your reasoning behind stopping that match?
Well, Chip and fans, basically it's like this. Earlier in the evening, we saw Ricky Morton get gone out in an ambulance. His neck, we don't know what happened. Bobby Blaze, he's a hell of a competitor. He will not quit, and I think maybe that's what happened. I went and checked in on him. Blood was in his eyes. They were starting to roll in the back of his head. They were glassy. He wouldn't respond. He couldn't understand what I was saying. So I hated to do it, but I had no choice, and I had to award the match to Buddy Landel, the belt, the money, and everything else.
Let me tell you something. What you did was you cheated me out of pinning that puke from Rasslin, Kentucky. Now, this is mine, and it's eluded me, but it's long overdue. I am the Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion. And Bobby Blaze, you're out there somewhere nursing your wounds, boy. But let me explain something to you. Next week on TV, what I'm going to do is, because I want to beat you right in the middle for the 1, 2, 3 count to prove that I am the man. I want you to go digging the couch cushions.
I want you to go cash in some food stamps. $1 is all you need. I'll put up my Mercedes-Benz, the Rolex, the $10,000 cash, and the Smoky Mountain heavyweight title. Next week on TV, all it's going to cost you is to have enough guts to show up at $1 cash. That's right, I said it.
Well, fans, the challenge has been made next week here on Smoky Mountain Wrestling. For $1, Nature Boy Buddy Landel defending his newly won title belt against former champion Bobby Blaze. We'll be back with more right after this. Fans, back here in...
All right, your thoughts, Doc. I'll go to you first.
I really like that angle. I'll put up everything, and you just got to come up with $1.
A freaking dollar.
Man, now we all know, we've talked about this, how far $1 can go in the Smoky Mountains. I mean, it's not like our dollars over here in the real world. But it's simple for all these hillbillies to get and understand. Just bring $1. That's all you got to bring. You can get a shot for $1. Wonderful psychology.
Yeah, man.
And it makes Buddy look like a fucking strong ass motherfucker. Hey man, I'm gonna be a fighting champion. You bring me $1, I'll put everything up.
Hopper, you got anything from it?
Yeah, it does make Buddy look strong because he's pissed because he didn't get the pin.
I agree. I thought that was a good part because, like, he doesn't pin him, which we talked about.
Yeah.
Bobby got left strong, and now all of a sudden, look, this is bull crap. Y'all want to doubt me? I'll put up $1 and fight again. And I agree. I thought that was really good. Kessler then updates us on what happened to Ricky Morton. You heard Mark Curtis say something about Morton there. So then Kessler throws us to the finish of Unabomber versus Morton in a coal miner's glove match. We go to it. They do almost the exact same spot they did with Morton when he got the glove in the tag match the night before. Morton knocks out Unabomber with the glove, but the ref was bumped and he's out and can't make the count. Snow comes in and hits Morton with a chair, seated chair drop, and then a pile driver on Morton, followed by another pile driver on Morton. Snow got some great height on those pile drivers. Morton is injured bad. He hits him with a third pile driver on a chair. Snow then puts the glove on Unabomber's hand to make it look like Unabomber knocked out Morton. Remember, the referee did not see all of these shenanigans, and then the referee counts to 3. Unabomber ends up winning the match. There's a lot that goes on here with the shenanigans, the glove, Morton knocking out Unabomber at first and whatnot. It's pretty detailed, but Ricky Morton took an ass whipping when it came to the pile drivers. Doc, your thoughts?
I agree with you that Snow got nice air on those spike pile drivers. Those are really good looking. Look at those chicks on the other side yelling, "Get up, Ricky, get up." That's awesome. On the back with the chair. We want to stop here. Or you want to keep all the way to the end?
No, keep going, and then I'll throw it to Hopper.
Bring it, man. Is it amazing or dangerous or ridiculous to ask if there's a doctor in the house over the VA?
Okay, so I was going to go there.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Now, back in the day, before cell phones, before technology, before there were 24-hour emergency room, like clinics, small, like standalone 24-hour emergency rooms, I remember being at an elementary school basketball game that I was at, that a kid got hurt, and they're literally on the PA system going, "Is there a doctor in the house?" That's what this reminded me of. And I feel like, were y'all never anywhere where y'all heard something like that?
No. I thought that was just in, like, movies and shit.
No, bruh. I've seen it. It made me think about the old day. Because back in the day, man, you're in a high school gym, some kid breaks their leg, and it's like a real bad break. I mean bad, where you can see that some bitch looks like a 90-degree angle. You're like, fuck, he's messed up. Well, nobody's a doctor. You don't want to move him. So you start yelling, "Is there a doctor in the house?" Because it's like, well, otherwise I gotta go find a phone, call 911. It just, I don't know. I thought it was amazing that they were asking that.
And then Becky, the fucking Blue Cliff College dropout,
thinks she's gonna fix it.
Yeah, she went
Mouth to mouth, dude. Is she giving him mouth?
That's gonna bring him back.
That's his wife, isn't it?
Yeah, something,
Girlfriend or
right?
whatever.
Yeah,
They
old
sold
lady.
the shit. They sold this shit to the nth degree,
They really did.
which I love, man.
They sold the piss out of this.
Yeah.
But wasn't it great to see like real EMTs with the real stretcher? Not like that time Kevin Sullivan fucked that guy up and those two shitheads showed up with that like Saving Private Ryan stretcher.
Or remember when the stud stable, they had that guy on the gurney?
Yeah.
He dumped that bastard off. Yeah, it is nice to see some real EMTs like strap somebody to a board and then not be just the Smoky Mountain security doing it. This is good. They sold it.
It's gonna be all right, Ricky. I'm gonna see it back at the house.
Yeah. But Ricky Morton is being strapped to the board. They're really acting like he's hurt. His girlfriend is acting upset, and they take him out via ambulance. Chip Kessler tells us that Morton has been pulled from future Smoky Mountain shows, and we will have to stay tuned to see if he's okay. And then they play some sad song, which I guess Doc and Harper know what it is, and I have no clue as the ambulance drives off.
What was it again? I forgot.
I don't know.
I didn't write it down, so I don't remember.
Ooh, yeah. Good. Y'all aren't going to beat me up over it. Great. That's fabulous.
I forgot what it was.
Good stuff. I'm so glad y'all forgot.
Oh, wait. Oh, it was, oh, fuck. Fuck it. I forgot.
All right. So send that to Harper when you figure it out, not me.
Send it to Mike Mills.
So real quick, remember, just to kind of put a button on things, for anybody who wants to know, this is the night that I guess Ricky
Look at
got
those
hurt.
pants. Woo!
Glorious. The night that Ricky got hurt, or let me just say this. Fright Night, which was the Johnson City show, that drew, according to the records, 1,800 people. So I wanted to mention that. And Bluegrass Brawl, which we were looking at, that's the Undertaker match that we reviewed, that drew 2,000 people at Pikeville, Kentucky. So
we're going to make it, man.
Yeah.
We've been pulling this money out, but we're drawing houses now. We're going to make it.
Yeah, in reality, they were doing okay right here. So, things are still going good, even though the promotion is literally in its final months. Only a little bit more than 6 months to go, which is crazy
That
when
sucks.
you think about it.
Look at that air.
Yeah,
Boom.
look at this.
Pow! Spike pile driver. Best move in wrestling.
All right, so we got to give out some disability checks. So, Doc, you want to go first?
Man, I thought this episode was hot as balls, man. It was nice. I got to give it all the love, I think. 8.9.
Harper, what about you?
A 9.
This was a damn good episode.
Yeah.
So what do you give it?
So we're gonna go to the government cheese now, and
look at her crying.
Oh,
she's in tears.
This is so great. That is so great with it driving off the ambulance.
And then they show like the ambulance pull up to a morgue.
Oh,
Wow,
come on.
That's nice.
And then he kicks out.
Before we do the government cheese, use the Amazon referral link during your Christmas shopping, holiday shopping, whatever the hell you celebrate. tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Again, that's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. We'd appreciate it. On Patreon. tinyurl.com/BTT Amazon for your Christmas shopping. Give the link to the wives, girlfriends, hoes, side pieces in your life. Tell them to use it. And become a patron as well. But before we do the government cheese, can we give out a negative? Can we give out a negative?
Whoa! What?
Can we give out a negative? I couldn't get the word negative out. Can we give out a negative government cheese?
I'm going to need you to go ahead and enroll in BTT sensitivity training.
Okay.
You said the N-word.
No, I didn't.
And I'm not sure with your undecided box on your race and ethnicity if you can say that or not.
Okay, like I said, I was trying to say the word negative and I couldn't get it out. So, negative government cheese. What I mean by that is I got a feeling the lack of payoff in that Undertaker thing with the saluting the flag, like I think y'all both didn't really like that. So is that fair to give that out as like a bad mark on this episode?
I'm not as upset about that as I am when they didn't shave Morton's head. But the problem is that it's become a trend. And that's, if you don't pay one thing off, you can probably get away with it. But we don't pay a lot of things off here.
Well, and the
Because
other thing,
they would have loved to see them do that.
See, but
salute the Confederate flag.
Yeah, there's something to them saluting the Confederate flag, but the other part too that kills me is they didn't do it, but they did something to draw even more heat, which was paint the X on Bob to, I guess, keep things going. But I can see why someone might be mad that they didn't pay it off on that particular night and make them salute the flag. The problem is, how do you make them salute the flag? Like, I mean,
He's like, okay, do it. And then they do, they salute it.
Without holding a gun to New Jack's head, do you think he's really going to salute a Confederate flag?
How did they make him pick cotton 200 years ago?
That's nice.
There were things called, repercussions. Like, you would have died if you didn't. New Jack wasn't going to die if he didn't right here. Dumbass. You say some stupid shit sometimes. You know that?
That's fucked up.
Who you giving your government cheese to, Doc?
Me?
Yes.
Asshole. In all seriousness, I'm going to go in a direction that might surprise a few people, but give me Al Snow for a really hellified performance today.
Doc, what about you? I mean, Harper, what about you?
I give mine to Ricky Morton for making all that shit look good with his old lady crying.
So we got Morton. Doc says Snow. And I hate to agree with Doc, but I'm going to give it to Snow, too, with those big old high pile drivers. He got some nice air. Paul,
and that promo.
The promo was good. It was Paul.
Oh, shit. Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
Definitely. But, all right. So, anything else before we put a button on episode 168 from April the 15th of 1995, Doc?
Let's get out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing with ROH's Brian Malonis, Mike Crockett. They do their show every single Monday. Check them out. They do classic and current stuff. And then check out our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn. The northern version of BTT, slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. Harper, hit the tagline. Take us home.
Book it, bitch.
Before we get out of here, I need to give a special shout out to all of our patrons out there. Thank you for your patronage. Your show or your patronage is the reason this show keeps on going, man. I got to tell you, it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you for your support. If you're appreciative to this 8 free shows that we are kicking out every single month and have done so for almost 4 years now of this. As far as the 8 free shows, we've done the show for 4.5 years. But thank you. We appreciate it. And I want to give a special shout out to some Hall of Fame patrons out there. Lee Russell, thank you very much. MDQ for Life. George Davis. That's MDQ for Life on Twitter, 4 being FOR. Kevin Carter, George Davis, Michael Angel, Bob Richards, Rocky Suazo, Christopher Champer, Will Hartkey, Robbie Dyson, Rick Beebe, Brad Dunifin, Tom Schlegel, Coach Joey Chase, a.k.a. Willie Chase, Steve Malbasa, Laurent Brown, Kenny Beiersdorf, Glenn Abbott at GA WrestleNut on Twitter, Bobby Murray, Marlon Mueller, Half Pints Point, Keep Cutting Those Promos Kid, Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childry, Hall of Fame, who's one of our big-time Hall of Fame patrons, along with Kyle Riley and Disrespectfully Classy Marky Blassie, Craig Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean at YRC21 on Twitter, Josh Dunn at Ryan and Auburn, good old Justin, Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Moretti, Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Chris Myers, Gerald Green, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Jeremy Bryant, Classy Alex, David DeVries, SV Pagem, Bill Salsa, Big Rich at Spy Boy Sports Cap on Twitter, Ari Miller 39, Jay Shiny, Ruben Espinoza, Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin _Andretti, Coleman 822, Marty Howell, T-Hog 94, Godbold Unreal. Thank you for being Hall of Fame patrons. And before we get out of here, shout out to the Bottom Line Cast and my friends Mike Prue and JV. They do the ECW show on the Patreon feed at the $5 tier, so make sure you check that show out as Patreon members. They do a great job, along with hosting their own show called the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast, where they are chronicling the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin month by month and on a weekly basis. So make sure you check them out. They're at the Bottom Line Cast on Twitter and just search Bottom Line Cast wherever you get your podcast from. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks to all the patrons out there, Hall of Fame patrons, and everyone who supports this show. You guys are the best. And as Harper always says when he gets out of here, book it, bitch.